The audio's on now. So, I'm Dave.
And I'm Nancy.
And we're going to be playing through Fallout 4. Just kind of the first time I've ever done anything broadcasting on video, so this will kind of be a new experience. And since this is the intro, I guess the important thing here is to kind of show off, well, I don't think I want it on survival. I'll just go to normal for now. We can always change that up a little bit if it starts to look too easy. I mean, I've played through survival, so...
Mostly if you want to see me play for survival, you're going to be looking at a lot of cursing and, well, reloads.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Okay, so starting a new game instead. Anytime now.
I feel like we're waiting with bated breath just to see what's going to happen.
Oh, this isn't how it's supposed to go.
Well, I guess that's it. That's a wrap.
We're done here.
We're done here, I guess.
No need to press a button? Are we having some kind of a lockup?
Well, this is awkward.
Very.
This is like a...
Ah, there we go.
There we go. Okay. It's been so long since we've seen the beginning that I guess we just kind of forgot how long it can take to get rolling.
Yeah.
I guess.
War. War never changes.
It's true. Can I just say that guy or that
In
individual,
the year 1945,
nice ass.
my great-great-grandfather,
Probably not the best
Serving
camera
in the
angle,
army.
yeah.
But not bad.
wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the U.S. ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world awaited Armageddon.
So far, no
Instead,
change.
I like the tree
miraculous
effect.
happened.
Doesn't that
He
look kind
began
of
to
like a tree
use
from one
atomic
of
energy
Tales
not as a
games?
weapon,
Yeah.
but as a nearly limitless
And it
source
makes
of
nuclear
power.
explosion look just so much prettier.
People enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic robots,
Where's my domestic robot?
fusion-powered
I
cars,
totally need a domestic robot.
portable computers.
Somebody who can man the litter box.
But then, in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource.
And you know something? I'm looking at most of
The
this.
entire world unraveled.
Outside of the Asian
Peace
persuasion,
became a distant
Chinese
memory.
demographic, there doesn't seem bustling
It
here.
is now the year 2070.
Sorry.
We stand on the brink of total war.
there doesn't seem to be
And
many-
I'm afraid.
African Americans
Myself?
in this universe.
For my wife.
Minorities.
No, I saw some
For my
Asians and
infant
some.
son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
Actually, interesting question. In this timeline, in the Fallout universe, did we imprison Japanese Americans?
War never changes.
Yeah,
You're
that
gonna
didn't
knock
seem
them
to really
dead if I let
change
you talk
by
tonight, hon.
You think?
by the time World War II
Absolutely.
ended.
Now get ready and
So,
stop
yeah.
hogging the mirror.
Right.
Yeah, but there never seems to be any kind of fallout from it.
You were saving that one.
I was. I'm blaming it on Tails.
Okay, so this is the character creation screen released for your appearance. So you can kind of customize all kinds of things here. I mean, you can.
I've seen a Bob Ross.
Yeah, somebody's done Bob Ross. You can change like nose type to whatever here, and there will be all kinds of commentary about the various things. You can.
I think your eyes are the prettiest feature.
Yeah, you can.
Good, if I do say so myself.
You can change the color of the. Oh, that's actually skin tone. You can't just give them like just a gin blossom. You know, so.
Oh, if only they could.
Yeah, he's been a heavy drinker. The war was hard on him.
Can I just sit here and say that even the okay, just an observation that even the colors, like, if you scroll all the way down to dark, he still doesn't look, you know,
As dark as he might be.
well, okay, I guess the way, if you turn the lights off and you shine a light at him and he closes his, or, you know, and he sits there and he smiles, all you see is his teeth, like the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, that's not what's happening here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is that he's not exactly what you call a minority, but then again, I guess if you change everything about him, you might be able to get it toward. He kind of looks like he's wearing blackface.
There's my strapping husband.
There.
Yeah, and that's not good.
And that's just, you know,
Yeah, so you can change
unnecessary.
things like eye color, change the hair, which there's some kind of wild. Oh wait, that's just colors.
Those are just the colors, but you can do different styles, which I think you can do a mohawk.
Yeah. So
among other varieties.
I'm gonna go with the nice
This
chestnut
new
brown.
haircut's really working for me.
No, it's not.
Not yet.
But yeah, so you've got like all kinds of crazy hairstyles you can do. A lot of like the hairstyles can be changed later. So you're not really stuck with a particular hair color.
Or cut yet.
Math teacher. Yeah.
Looks like my brother-in-law.
And that one kind of looks like Trevor from GTA 5.
Yeah. Hey, Trevor.
Yeah, we're not going that way.
Why not? Well, okay, fine. We'll let them choose.
Trevor was kind of horrifying. So.
Trevor was unique.
But casual. Got the pompadour, colonial, which you can kind of rotate. You got the.
He's got the ponytail. He's got the George. It should really be called the George Washington.
Yeah. You got the Ronin here in the back.
Got a slight top knot.
But no, dude's been out of the army, so he's just kind of let it go.
Put a little color in your hair.
I don't think that's beatnik. I think that should be called like Fabio.
Yeah, but I think they didn't want to.
I'm pretty sure that he's got like a copyright on. Yeah, on that kind of thing.
And then you got all your various things of facial hair, so you know.
Maybe the street brawler until they choose.
What do you think, hon?
Okay.
Beard or no beard?
Okay.
And maybe make his chin a little smaller for the time being.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, fine.
But okay, so
My turn.
you can also choose what your gender is here. So you've got all kinds of, more options. Unfortunately, you can't give her facial hair. But
She must have lasered. That's the only way you can explain the fact that her face has no excess facial hair.
Did you go to the hairdresser yesterday?
Yes.
points for him for noticing.
I also got colored contacts. I'm so glad you noticed.
I think Sean has my eyes.
Well,
It's always weird when they're speaking and their mouth doesn't move and flap at correct intervals for what they're saying, which does happen.
Such a cute chin.
You know, the guy looks kind of like Tarzan. And she looks kind of like a
Still got it.
cantankerous homage to Jane, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we'll go Pout, and you can kind of size and do some other stuff messing around with it. So it's really, you can do just about anything if you want
lovely.
to. And, you know, of course, we got to kind of look at the hairstyles. So that's the elegant.
Yeah.
And some of these just get,
Some of these get absurd.
yeah.
Like, Young at Heart is a ponytail, you got pigtails, which just looks weird.
Kind of makes me think Harley Quinn.
Maybe if her hair was longer.
Yeah. Let's see. Rough Night. I just love the names for these.
Unscrupulous, summa cum laude.
Not magna cum laude.
Summa.
They're being very specific about this.
I guess in this universe, you can only become summa cum laude if you wear that hairstyle.
Yeah, I mean... And the Sinead O'Connor. Which I'm not sure I'm really seeing the difference between Sound and Fury and a little bit of stubble. That's what it is.
Mm.
But once again, very changeable, so... I think the Femme Fatale is the worst. Just because it just, like, sticks out. It's like a female pompadour.
That's what they should have called it, actually.
Yeah. Okay, we can go no-nonsense ponytail.
I have the best hairdresser, I swear.
If you paid money for that, I'm sorry. Alright, so you also can kind of do the body. It's a simple...
Triangle of muscular thinness and largesse.
Yeah, you can go...
You can go. You can sit here and say he likes them hefty, or he likes them strong.
Yep. Usually goes somewhere like on the muscular thin end, just because it seems kind of appropriate for the game.
Although I will say that even when you do the body type like that, it's still not quite right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and maybe it's because they're not in the bodysuits yet, but you know, where it's just kind of something's just kind of weird.
Hulk smash. Okay, and with that, I guess this will do for now. This is going to be permanent, so just kind of something to show off the customization.
And so now we're a dude. Hello, dude.
And with our terrible shower in our 1950s house.
Can I just make an observation about that shower? How does it keep water in anywhere? Alex, you are not... You make a better door than a window. Now, out of the way. Okay, Alex is one of our cats.
And he's sitting directly in front of the screen. And so our wife's name is Nora. We don't get to choose that.
Well, unless we're playing her.
Yeah. But we got our stuff laying around. What looks like our Mr. Handy fuel tank, because I guess he runs on propane. Washer and dryer, which
It
actually...
really makes you wonder, what does he run on the whole time, the whole 200 plus years that you're
We'll get
in
there.
the vault?
Yeah, so, anyway. And, oh, yeah. So, we got a bedroom. There's a few little, like, hints and details about your characters. Got a radio playing. A few little things about your history.
Yeah,
Some glue and a hammer. And,
some tins.
and also, we have a kid.
Hey, kid. They don't let you pick his name either.
Yeah, he's Sean. Yeah, okay. Enough of that. You've got enough attention for now, kid.
Meet Codsworth.
Your coffee. 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Brewed to perfection.
I always call him Cogsworth because of the Jetsons. Cogsworth's Cogs.
See, I always call him Codsworth because I think of him like a, British cod. Cold fish, kind of.
I mean, he's got like a butler thing.
Grognak the Barbarian in the Jungle of the Bat Babies. My favorite.
That
Sounds amazing.
It sounds like Batman.
Yeah, so let's see. You got an American flag here.
Oh, that's a different flag I just noticed.
Yep.
From what we're used to.
I shall attend to young Shaw.
That robot was worth every penny.
You know, I was nervous at first, but Codsworth's really good with Sean.
How many babies did they lose before they got that figured out?
They don't talk about Sean's older brother
Yeah.
or sister, so we're not going to talk about them either.
Okay, so it's set around Halloween. We've got a law diploma for our wife, and I think the implication of the flag is that our character is a veteran, or the male character is a veteran.
Well, actually, they've come right out and said his time in the military, and tonight he's supposed to go to a Veterans Hall function.
And we also have a bottle of bourbon
It's
and a
probably
bottle of
that
wine.
salesman. He comes for you every day.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Somebody at
they
the door.
really want to sell me something. Man,
Good morning. Vault-Tec calling.
it's like the guy from the Jetsons.
Go on.
Nice to
boss?
find you, sir. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
So this is the conversation is pretty much 4 responses to give you the general tone, but don't exactly say necessarily what you're going to say.
Although you usually get an idea if it's going to be sarcastic or not.
I'm here now.
So you are. So you are.
I think that's the one that you've picked
Now,
every single
I
time.
know you're a busy fellow, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
Ooh.
Sounds
great.
Oh, it is. Believe you me. Now, you're
Gosh,
already
this is so
cleared for
1950s
entrance
typical
in the
salesman
unforeseen
tactics.
event
I'm just
of
waiting for him to whip out some chocolate.
total
Or steak knives.
annihilation. I just need to verify some
Can you throw in
information.
some steak
That's
knives?
all.
This is our favorite option, which is the sarcastic option. It's usually some kind of...
It's usually sarcastic, and the person receiving it usually doesn't realize it because I guess sarcasm is lost on them.
Yeah. But it's also generally more or less an agreement, so it usually don't actually get penalized for being sarcastic to people.
Now, I can't wait for the world to end.
That's the spirit. Now, let's see.
Okay, and this is putting together the rest of our character. So, let's see. Is there a random? Don't think so.
Just throw in Tank as a name. It works for the time being.
Frank the Tank.
I'm hoping that somebody has a better name.
Yeah. But there's also a list of names that Codsworth actually knows, so he'll address you in dialogue if you use the right one.
Yeah, but if you don't have that, he usually refers to you as sir or mum or,
Something
appropriately snooty, I guess. I don't know, or upper crust might be the way to put it.
It's okay, we'll go with Tank. And actually, it's even a fragment of a name. Okay, so then you've got to put your stats out. And this is a little bit different from the older Fallout games where your stats were pretty well fixed. I mean, you could do...
Or that they had base sets.
Yeah, you can do a little bit to improve them, but you're actually expected to improve your stats a lot more in this game. So, these are just kind of your starter stats. And like Fallout 2, I think, gave you like 40 points to spread out, where this one gives you 21 just because of that expectation. So let's see. Just for reference here, figure he's pretty strong.
Oh, he looks pretty strong.
He got some endurance. He was in the army.
He might have a little bit of charisma. I mean, he did get a hot spouse.
Yeah. He's not that bright.
Wasn't he a grunt?
Might have been.
And you know, he made it through the entire war without getting killed.
So he's still pretty
So
good.
he must have some pretty decent luck.
Yeah, sure. Luck's good for you. We'll keep him
Keep
kind
him
of
kind of dumb.
Put a little bit more in strength and endurance.
No, of course, this is all subject to change.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. Tank here.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
Hey,
We
it's
couldn't-
peace of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently, this guy is kind of a charismatic SOB.
He refuses to calm down. I think he needs some of
I
that
think he knows
paternal
something is
affection
going to
you
happen.
seem to be so good at.
Oh, you wouldn't know about
I
that.
heard Codsworth.
You're British.
Go on.
The British don't even like to touch their children.
So I hear.
Or at least that's what I've always been told by like Archer and the
So,
like.
okay.
How are the two most important men in my life doing? Spin the mobile a bit. He loves that.
There we go.
What's really weird is the fact that you don't touch it and yet it spins.
Much better now, huh?
And yet it
Listen,
moves.
after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
And let's see.
That sounds
Will
like
it be like that night in the park a
of
year
course you
ago?
could go with sarcasm.
Mom, you should come and see this.
And you notice that reference to about a year ago. I think we know how Sean came about. Sure. Hey,
Followed by-
Kinky.
Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions. We're trying to get confirmation.
What?
We seem to have lost
did
contact
he
with our
say?
affiliate stations. We do,
Oh,
we do
no.
have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My
So some
God.
of this is just kind of depressing.
Except for New York. I don't think we'll miss it.
Oh my god.
We
I
need
don't
to get to
know.
the vault.
New York is
Now!
lovely.
I've got
If
Sean.
only it had been Jersey.
Okay, so... Yeah. Oh,
Residents
wow.
of
How'd you get
Sanctuary
in?
Hills, if you are
She
registered,
had him.
evacuate
Yeah, she-
to Vault 111
She
immediately.
teleported.
So this isn't necessarily obvious where you're supposed to go, except for, a couple guys pointing.
As I understand it, if you wait too long,
Yeah, you can essentially get blown up if you wait.
I've always kind of wondered what happens if you sit there and you start trying to talk to one of the people next to you.
Vault participants, the gate to the vault is that way, sir.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's absurd! I am
Not
vault
on the list.
tech.
You don't get in.
I'm going in. You can't stop me. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
guys spinning up the
I'm
minigun.
reporting this.
If you're in the program, step forward. Otherwise, return home.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Infant, adult male, adult female.
You know that whole
Okay, go
description, adult male,
Thank
adult
you.
female, and infant.
Good luck, ma'am.
Well,
You two
shoot,
follow me.
that could
Come
be
on.
anybody.
What's gonna happen to all those people outside the
Doing
gate?
The
everything
infant's
we
actually
can.
a
Now
kid.
keep moving.
Yeah.
I'm sneaking in under Tank's name.
Step on the platform in the center.
Hurry up, Nora.
Every man for himself.
Almost there. We're gonna be okay. I love you. Both of you.
We love you too. Oh my god!
And now we're blind. Well, we should be.
Hold on.
And there's the blast wave coming.
Duck.
Oh god!
You know, there's no way that we're not irradiated by this point.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
All kinds of irradiation.
Pessimist says, my glass is half empty. The optimist says, my glass is half full. The realist says, my glass needs a refill.
We did it. We made it.
I like the way that thinks.
Excuse me.
Everyone, please step off the elevator
going
and
on?
proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion. No need
Hey
to
there.
worry, folks. We'll get everyone situated in your new home. Vault 111. A better future underground.
So we just...
Yes, up the stairs.
Up the stairs. Aren't y'all listening?
Come on, follow orders.
No, don't get caught up thinking about that. You're safe now. Just this way, please. Please proceed. This way. This way, please. Step over to the table.
You'll need your suits before we can take you further.
Just this way.
Okay. Hand it over.
Thanks. What now?
Great.
Just follow the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right.
And you'll have to get dressed on the way, so...
Oh, wait. Are we sure he's a doctor? Because they will sell anybody a lab coat.
Hey,
This is our new home.
Follow me. Oh, you're gonna love it here. This is one of our most advanced facilities. Not that the others aren't great, mind you.
Welcome.
It's gone. Our home. Everything we had.
Sir?
Yeah, but you're still alive, so,
How
you know,
long do you
hey.
think we'll be down here?
Move along.
Oh, we'll be going over
There's
all
always
that in
that.
orientation. Just a few medical items we have to get through first.
The vault suit is
checking
designed to be
everyone off the list
fashionable
as they
as
come
well
in.
as comfortable.
Prepared for the future, right?
yes. Totally prepared for the future.
Okay, what now,
Step
Doc?
in here and put your vault suit on. Take your time. We've got all day.
It'll be okay. Daddy's
Expansion tank.
Honey, could you help me?
Sure.
who's
What you
my
need?
little guy? I'm not going far. I'll just be over there.
Oh, comfort shop.
There he is. See? Daddy's not going far.
All set?
Hey,
Step
hon.
inside.
I think he's
put on your
better.
vault suit.
You go ahead.
Oh, okay. Decontamination pod activate.
Oh, these are some interesting suits you got here.
The pod will decontaminate and depressurize you before we head deeper in the vault. Just relax.
Time for a whole new life.
Resident secure. Occupant vitals normal. Procedure complete. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, for those of you familiar with the series, Vault Tech is never on the up and up on what's going on in their vaults.
They're liars and schemers.
You could say they put the V in evil.
Manual override initiated.
We put the VIO.
Suspended.
So we've been in cryogenic stasis for who knows how long at this point.
Well, we can reasonably guess about
This is the one.
maybe 100 years or
At
more.
least a couple hundred years.
Or more. We'll see.
Okay, looks like people have kind of gotten skeezier over time.
But their outfits have certainly gotten weirder.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Why does that individual in the white outfit look like they have like a tail?
Just weird wrinkles.
I'm only gonna tell you once.
Eh.
I'm not giving you shot.
Well, that got dark quickly.
This part's always kind of hard to watch.
At least we still have the backup.
And we're frozen again. So it's no big secret. Whichever character you're controlling in the beginning is the one you play, and your spouse is always the one who gets offed.
Which is always kind of disappointing because, you know, it's like, oh man, I've got some benefits. Kid, well,
Kid, wife,
we had a
robot
house.
butler,
robot butler. Yeah, everything's doing pretty good. Then you sit there and you go in here and your spouse is killed and your kid's gone. Just gone.
And we've got our first quest.
Come on, come on, come on! Oh, God!
Sorry, dude. There's nothing we could do.
I'll find who did this, and I'll get Sean back. I promise.
Ah.
So-
And if Vault Tech put the V in evil, Tank put the V in vendetta.
So,
Why would Vault do this?
Because they're Vault Tech.
so we got some kind of warning, some kind of cryogenic failure.
Left.
Hello? Anyone?
And of course, it always has to get darker.
So yeah, we are pretty much,
Why'd they
Sole
do
survivor.
this? God.
and this one's even empty. Okay. Well, at this point, we might as well keep going.
Onward. Let's just see if we can find somebody alive in this.
Okay, we got another cryogenics pod room. And
They're dead.
These people have actually, it looks like these people had an issue with the cryogenics earlier.
Oh, God.
okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, so okay, we are pretty much the only ones that left alive. There's a monitoring terminal, so pod occupant status. We talked to the Whitfields actually. So yeah, they're pretty much all the same. Asphyxiation due to life support failure. So this entire whatever they were doing,
Failed.
premature termination resulting in system failure. Isolated manual and remote overrides detected. Controls disabled.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's probably something to do with whoever broke in
Could
to
be.
steal your son.
So let's see, what else do we have around here? Now, there's all kinds of junk you can pick up in here. New jumpsuit, clipboards and things like that. There's a pretty robust crafting system that requires you to essentially pick up anything that's not nailed down. It used to be that things like hammers and such could be used as weapons for some of the older Fallouts, but now they're just junk.
Now they're just crafting equipment or stuff that you can trade.
And they have a certain amount of weight, so
They're not really all that worth it
yeah.
in general. But now you need a weapon.
So yeah, and you just saw that, right? You definitely need a weapon. We're gonna need a giant shoe.
Oh no. We're gonna need more than a shoe.
Let's see.
It's really too bad that you can't use a chair.
Ooh, flip lighter. Those are always good to get. And Nuka-Cola bottles. Eventually, I'll probably want more
Ooh,
coffee
stim
cups. Yep. Nuka-Cola bottles. Coffee cups get to be handy later on, but I'm not really worried about it right now.
As we've said before, I often said to them like, ooh, stim packs and drugs. Get the drugs.
Okay, so so these terminals are usually a lot of your source of backstory and things like that. Yeah. Test suspended animation on unaware human subjects. No deviation from assigned duties. Capital offense for interference with vault operations. And Operation Protocol Manual. Resident admittance. Let's see. Escort everybody to their designated cryogenic pod. Detain forcefully anybody extra. And the entranceway has to be sealed. Science staff has to monitor the vital signs. Life-saving intervention is only permitted if greater than 80% of the resident population has perished while in cryogenic suspension. And must not interrupt suspension.
That's a really weird...
Yeah, 80% of the vault has to die before you can actually do anything.
But that sounds about right for Vault-Tec.
And
Be real.
Just do everything necessarily to keep everything running. So all clear in evacuation. Monitoring hazards. And receiving all clear notice at some point. And it can be evacuated at overseer discretion. So there's a mandatory shelter period. The overseer may elect to evacuate staff after a mandatory shelter period of 180 days of containment.
Unless you get an all clear sign before that.
Yeah. So minimum 180 days. Actually, did we talk about the staff duties for the security personnel? Security patrols, monitoring for signs of intrusion, settling disputes, and enforcement of regulations. So kind of dystopian and authoritarian. Ooh, security logs. Let's see, October 23rd is like the day after...
The day the bombs fell.
Which is... Happy birthday for you.
It's the day after my birthday. Hooray.
Okay. Icebergs. Big experiment. Shouldn't we have told them something? Yeah, just maybe.
That might have been the nice thing to do, but who said anything about being nice?
Okay, so then we've got Christmas, so they were in there for at least 2 months. Doesn't seem like things are going all that well. March, that would have been about 5 months in. 5 or 6. Yeah, only a few weeks left on our mandatory shelter period. We only have enough food left for a few months.
So, shit?
So the fact that the next thing is a month later. That note about the Overseer's evacuation tunnel is kind of important. Meeting tonight. Support staffers and security only.
I'm not the only one with an axe to grind.
Ooh, we could get an axe.
Ooh.
I almost murdered Stanley for dropping a damn salt cracker on the floor.
Tomorrow we have double days.
Let's see. The Overseer's locked himself in his office. There's going to be consequences, and we're getting out of the vault. They don't even say what date this is, but...
Last entry? Well...
Probably sometime in May or June.
Probably.
Okay, so... Alright. That little marker right there is for getting to the quest objective, which is like 6 steps away. And we've got rad roaches and a baton. They splat.
Giant roaches? What the hell?
You know, he sounds more surprised than us, so...
What a brave new world it is that has such giant roaches in it.
Considering how most people feel about roaches, you know, at least roaches, the critters.
Yeah. Giant roach would be a lot of people's worst nightmare.
Well, and it makes sense since, you know, roaches are one of the oldest critters on Earth.
Okay, so we got the recreation terminal. It's using this as a privilege. We were locked in here for like 6 months.
Privileges.
Yes. And Rick was evidently tops at this game. And we can take the holotape Red Menace. Maybe I'll play that some other time. But it can be played at any computer. Get that out. Hot plates are good to have. And this is kind of where I kind of benefit from having played through the game a few times, just knowing.
Is that a toaster?
It was, but those mostly just have steel in them.
Oh.
So I kind of know what loot is valuable as far as junk. So it's, not necessarily carrying around a bunch of extra stuff. And the general RPG rule of steal anything that's not nailed down is pretty much in full effect. Not that there's anything really left to steal here.
And then again, if you look at it, who does it really belong to? You're the sole survivor.
Alright. Sliding door. And so there's a roach right over there.
Is there anything on the window?
No, that's not on the window.
Okay.
There might be one around here.
Usually are.
And we can harvest them for their tasty, tasty rad roach meat.
But don't eat it yet.
Yeah.
It's kind of gamey.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
And that fried roach right there is kind of your warning not to walk between the arcing Tesla coils. Which, if you really need a warning about that.
I think that should be self.
Okay, some more roaches. We got a power attack, but we really don't need it against roaches. Oh, and we get some water. Which...
It's clean water.
Clean water, and it heals us up. So, we got the Overseer's desk here, which is covered with all kinds of stim packs. As the note says, they restore a % of health and heal damage. You can also make them like a favorite. And now we're packing heat.
Is this all that's left?
Not that you really even need that in here, at least.
Yeah, okay, the Overseer's terminal. Maybe we'll get some answers here. Overseer eyes only. Okay, this is the same stuff. Oh wait, there's a little detail there I missed before. Insubordination or attempts to evacuate prematurely are capital violations. Unused cryogenic pods are the preferred method for cadaver disposal. So they authorize the Overseer to execute people who violate instructions and then stuff them in a cryogenic pod.
Interesting question. How many of those do they have just lying around to be used like that?
Okay, we've got the Cryolator, which is a cryogenic freezing in a portable form, which I guess this guy developed waiting for the all clear. Let's see. That's the same as before. Overseer's log. Preparations. Let's see. The notion of leaping forward in time. I almost wish I could join them and see the promise of our future realized. Kind of ironic, especially considering how well this whole thing worked. Most of the staff was nearby. Even the family that waited until the last minute. That's us. Too overwhelmed to question the cryogenic pods. A hiccup in Vault-Tec's remote override systems may have sent an errant signal. So this whole thing was being run remotely.
That's a terrifying idea.
If people think we can just leave when the 180 days are up, they're insane. The radioactive exposure would still be potent enough to fry everyone if the vault seals are breached that early. I don't think this guy understood radiation all that well. So he was just waiting for it all clear.
Well, then again, they usually don't necessarily put somebody very intelligent in charge of the vault.
And he seems to have been more of a biologist than anything else.
That makes up for his not understanding the basics of chemistry and radiation.
Not really. You're right. Let's see. Prioritizing, rationing food, fewer mouths to feed. Yeah, this guy was kind of a Class A asshole. Let's open the evacuation tunnel. Since that's our exit. Okay. So here's the another 10mm pistol and some rounds. That's always good to have. So this is behind a locked case, and that requires a master level of unlocking, which we'll kind of get to that. But locks and things like that are gated behind perks, so we won't be able to come back and unlock this for a good few levels. By which point most people have kind of forgotten that there's even something there to unlock.
That there's anything in Vault 111.
Let's see, make sure I am right on this. Yeah. So you can actually pistol whip people, which I figure is kind of important. You can also do fine aiming, which kind of lets you do iron sights.
There's the one on the wall.
Oh yeah, this guy. And I refuse to use rounds for rad roaches. I might get a little bit chewed up in the meantime, but me.
You got the stim packs.
Got the stim packs, got the tasty rad roach meat, and
you just need to find a place to cook it.
Yeah. So, you can also do a forced reload, but not really necessary at this point. But occasionally it's a good idea just to make sure that you don't end up with
having to change a magazine
at an inopportune
mid-slaughter.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to be caught flat-footed sometimes in this game. I treat ammo as though it's rare and valuable, but...
Well, at least at this point in the game it is.
Yeah, but eventually I'll be swimming in the stuff and using it almost as an alternate form of currency.
Well, for what you don't, use yourself.
And one thing this did is opened up the door we passed earlier, so we now go back. Bunch of chaos. More Vault jumpsuits. Flooded water.
We do not want to go into that.
Yeah, water is... Well, actually this water is clean, so that's nice. Normally water you'll find is irradiated, and you'll get radiation just from walking through it.
And there's a roach.
Oh, hello. Yeah, also these guys can be kind of difficult to shoot offhand. They tend to move a little bit fast, and I'm not using...
They scurry.
Yeah, just easier to whip them. Okay, and take a Pip-Boy from this skeleton. He's not using it anymore. And that's our Pip-Boy, which is one of our valuable wasteland tools.
Which we stole off a corpse.
As so many things will be.
And what's really kind of bothers me is there's just a part of me that's just kind of like, do a better job of cleaning the Pip-Boy. Dang it.
Yeah. So the Pip-Boy is your main method of interacting with the game, as far as a lot of things go. We've got, this kind of gives us the status of our body parts, health, and how close we are to the next level. AP is used to do power attacks and VATS, which we'll get to that. VATS in this one slows down time and lets you do essentially called shots.
But it doesn't stop time.
Yeah.
Like it has in prior games.
Exactly. So, the various stats we have. And perks. There's a chart for this. Might as well look at it. So at the very top level is if you put a perk point, you get a perk point every level. You can use that to improve your base stat. And then each level has various perks you can put points into. It's kind of gated by your stat. Like, we've got 6 points in luck, so we can go all the way down to better criticals and start putting that in there. but we can't do critical banker until we get 7 points of luck. And there's all kinds of ways you can customize a character this way, since that means there's 70 perks, plus raising your stats, plus each perk has multiple levels, shown by the stars here. So there's even though there's no hard level cap, you can take forever to actually get everything done. Most of the time in a normal playthrough, you won't come anywhere near filling all of your perks out.
I mean, unless you're really trying.
And then we've got our pistol, a security baton, apparel, which, like our Vault jumpsuit, gives us damage resistance to electricity and radiation, but no actual physical damage resistance. We got rad roach meat, which heals HP, but is heavily radioactive. Yeah. So you have to cook it to purify it. A Red Menace holotape, the junk we got. And if you look to the right there, you kind of see what you can break this down for, which will be more important as we get more into the crafting. Mods are for modifying weapons and armor. And then we have our ammo, which weighs nothing in this version. Survival mode adds weight to ammo. But we've got so we've got a carrying capacity of 250, and we're using 14 pounds of it. You can also assign favorites. So our pistol is favorited, our baton, and our stim packs. Data. Our quest right now is to just get out of Vault 111. So you can select which quests you want active, show them on the map, and it'll give you kind of a walkthrough of what you're doing. Workshops we'll get to. Stats is just game stats. I've killed 13 creatures so far.
Is that all?
Yeah, this is the map of the Commonwealth, is what they call the area. So it's like the area around Boston. I've never been to Boston, so some of you are probably more familiar with this than I am. And more on that. Whoops, last thing. There is a radio you can tune into, and we'll find radio stations as we get through. But in the meantime, it's time to get out of this vault. That guy was probably killed while he was trying to escape.
Vault door cycling sequence initiated. Please stand back.
I don't know that he was killed by trying to escape.
I don't know. I mean, there's security guys.
He's got security guys. He's got a gun. There's an arm.
Yeah.
But there's no obvious hole or blood on his attire. Unless he was bludgeoned to death. That could be the case.
Could be. I mean, you can't really see like a mark on his skull or anything.
Seems like his arm is broken.
Yeah. So, whatever the case, I don't know that anybody actually escaped here. Or
even tried.
Yeah. They might have all essentially starved to death here waiting for an all clear that never came.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead and save right now because... Oh, that cuts off the visuals. Okay, so new save data. Okay. All right. Okay, so at this point we can kind of change anything. So this is the point where you guys are going to come in and kind of decide what kind of character we're running, what they should look like, and some of the vague things about them. But in the meantime, I guess at this point we'll finish up and pick up next time we stream.